This is the COVID-19, which is here at CBHA, the increments of their forecast of their overloading and making stuff up. The sheriff's office, the police department here in Othello, police department here in Ritzville, Washington, the sheriff's unit. You got bailiffs, doctors, lawyers. You got bailiffs that go in there personally intimidating inmates. You got guys that never been charged or been never incarcerated and never been prosecuted and been in prison in their life. Never have been in prison, no juvie record, no traffic violations. That'd be like me, Felix Barela, and be attacked on a sidewalk here in Mr. Eric Olson's property. Being attacked on Eric Olson's property, intimidated and processed and sent people and car station and selling cells, and also in holding cells with child molesters, rapists, murders, premeditated murders. And they have a way of shutting up the community, telling people to shut up in a courtroom with a private lawyer or a public counsel to defend it, either Mr. Scudder or Mr. Brandon West, and that's Mr. Dixon. And Mr. Miller was the judge at 221 Broadway, Ritzville, Washington. And also, he got fired. Mr. Buer, judge of district court, he got fired. He's a district court. Her name's Carol J. Benzel. And now his name's Judge Dixon, Superior Court, 210 Broadway. We have Sunny Farms is connected to all this plantation. That's Hampton Farms. Hampton Farms is connected to CBHA, this is CBHA. Columbia CBHA COVID-19. And the administration office, as you can see, the COVID-19 administration office. The mother and father, the children, they're in the back here. Mumu and Ganja Vak, and Mir Singh Nijjar, AJM, Singh, S-A-N-G-H, Nijjar, N-A-J-J-A-R, at Cimaron 5INC, implements in the services for their increments of their services of being in business owners, landowners. Sunset Acres have Olympia, Washington burning permits, but Sunny Farms, there is a game banger individual. There, you got 18th Street, 13th Street, BCL, Arizona. You got 13th Street. Yeah, you got Serenos, Norteños. You got all kinds of sorts. You got Mongols, Gypsy Jokers, Hells Angels. You got all sorts. The officers, the police officers, the wannabe sheriffs, the bailiffs, the deputies, the coroners are pulling me off these Hells Angels, these Mongols, the Gypsy Jokers, the gangbangers, so 13th, 14th Street. Any of these individuals. See this water line? It's connected to Sunny Farms, which was caught on fire, engulfed on fire. There's vegetables, organics, watermelons, the homegrown watermelons, and also increments on their services. Convicted felons and major associate city staff members. See, that's Gary, Weaver, Erica, and also Tom. We dispatched this service and made a suggestion that this officer attacked me, trying to catch Sunny Farms on fire. See, his information on the portfolio, we got the business cards and this hydraulic, this water line, this fire hydrant. See how crooked the system is here in Adams County in Ritzville, Washington, which is Franklin County. And then coming on this side, it's Adams County, which is Amir Singh Nijjar, mother and father, the siblings, the children, So Franklin County is Benton County. That's Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington. Washington State Bar Association, Mr. Felice, J. Felice office used to be CBHA. Now it's CBH is here, Highway 26 and 17. Now the services they got here, Mumu Ganja comes here and plays with other children. As you see these balls, these the display of increments that they got for suggestion that to cure these children of these officers assaulting Felix Barela in front of their kids, in front of Mir Singh Nijjar, Mumu Ganja, Mandeep, Kandar, Nindu. You got a house administration office. There's a pissant cop that's parked across the street. That lives across the street. And there's a pussy ass pissant police officer that works on the increments on cases and trying to put restraining orders or harassment orders. And there's a sheriff in Annie Miller's office upstairs, going through the door entranceway, starting confrontations in there. So we called 911, the state patrol office, and we put 1-to-1 together. This guy's nothing but a sex offender sheriff officer with a gun and badge and taser, and he's upstairs, and they don't allow those weapons or services unless somebody has a warrant for the arrest or outstanding warrant arrest and increments in the way. And they like making shit up. This is CBHA, and the sheriff that got served by Felix Barela, and I served him in the sheriff's, and that's Eddie, the prosecutor. Now, the other Mr. Lingwood, the other prosecutor, got fired. The public defense accounts member, the bilingual translator, fired the prosecutor because of the situation of 25, 26 years of his service here in Othello, Washington. And he knows Felix Barela, my grandfather, and also Carpet Carousel, Mr. Jim Logan, Sean Logan, his house caught on fire, Chevron gas station caught on fire, Cimaron 5 caught on fire, and also now Sunny Farms. Now the fruit, the vegetables, and also the services here are connected to the same farms. There's water line. We trying to get some water, a jug filled up at the sheriff's office. That's Eddie, the prosecutor. The front sprocket didn't have no water. The front sprocket didn't have no water at all. The water didn't have no water, so we went to the sheriff's office to have the prosecutor, Eddie, to have this guy arrested. The water lines and the services are connected as domestic water. And there's a hole here. Go figure. After all that deliberation, catching Sunny Farms, and the Mexican that attacked me on the sidewalk threatened me to catch Sunny Farms on fire. So I called the bailiffs, Human Resources, Larissa Perez, and Alfredo Washington, and also Human Resources in Benton County, and the coroner's office, and Annie Miller's office. And we're going to locate and find exactly what affirmative action. And I got recorded information. Mr. State Patrol Hansen, Washington State Collision Report, where I was hit by a white Trailblazer forwarded by Stephanie Swanberg Jordan, and I was ran over on the crosswalk, and I was attacked on the sidewalk, and that's Mr. Eric D. Olson. The footage, the recording camera, you got every right to get the information. And it's no lie at all. So this officer arrested me in the back of the sheriff's office thinking he's going to put me in a facility with a bunch of child molesters, rapists, and murderers. And come to find out, the Washington Bar Association increments of service when you have no indigent fees, no fees, citation tickets, no increments of record or ending record regulation reports, and also every Othello hospital and also Kennewick General Hospital, Cadillac Hospital, have records on everything, and also the Lady Lord's Hospital got records and everything on everything, and also the Pasco, Franklin County, that's Lady Lord's, KGH, Kennewick, Cadillac, Richland, Washington. Now, Mumu Ganja and Ivanka and Donald Trump have all the records and regulation reports at Moses Lake International Airport, where I'm with Donald Trump. I'm leaving the airport. But you know what? I can go to Red Lion and pay for the services there so they can have a place to stay. Donald Trump, Mike Trump, Melinda Trump, Ivanka, Mumu Ganja, and Amir Singh now here have a place to stay, you know? They have a place to resort to this matter of threats and condoning services of mental anguish to mother and father, Donald Trump, Amir Singh Nahar, Mumu Ganja, and also the 1099 forms, tax form, the Social Security Office. Now, Social Security Office, we called the police department on the all of these agencies and have them pulled into the Social Security Office and have everything taken care of since the $7,000 is missing, and also credit cards and my Social Security card, and also my CDL A and B chauffeur driver's license. And they ran record on everything. There's no report on anything. And Mr. J. Mueller, 14 West Side Unit, and also the coroner's office. That's Frank Comisco, and 14 West Side Unit, J. Mueller's administration office on Mueller's funeral home. The first and last of the name and death certificate, the death certificate and birth certificate. We have to get a new one. And it's all downloaded. This is Amir Singh Nahar, and also Cimaron 5. This is CBHA here in Othello. That's Jay Felice. Jay Felice is Washington Bar member, and Used to be CBHA, now it's 190 East Main Street, Mid-Columbia Library, and Richland Mid-Columbia Library. And we got the ballot for him, the presidential primary election, and also the COVID-19, which afraid to shut down everything, afraid of courthouse, and also Mr. Jay Inslee, the governor, who runs the Department of License, DOL, FREDA, and DOL in Clearwater and Kennewick, and DOL in Moses Lake, Washington, Mr. Vasquez and Mrs. Vasquez. So we're going to have this all downloaded and submitted and have it organized and submitted. Since there's no increments or services, no charges, I'm in the sheriff's face, and then Eddie, the prosecutor, I didn't tell him he was recorded the whole time. But you know why? Because they're going to sit there and try to detain me and arrest me and put me in how would you say, you don't hang up somebody unless you're going to execute somebody in a fashion manner and put them in a body bag like they've done before on September 29th on a Friday, and also December 3rd in front of thousands of people at Othello, Washington, at Base Insurance Company on 34th, and the bowling alley, and the Cimaron 5 INC, and also in the 14th medical facility, the church within the churches of LDS and also Catholic churches here in Othello, and also the services they got St. Pat's and St. Joseph's in Kennewick and Pasco, and also the Secretary Apartments and Mrs. Roberta Fabian Barela and Felix Barela, and Lola Hernandez dying of cancer, terminal bed, and their services of the dead state patrolman that was executed in apartment 205, Secretary Apartments, where all the equipment, IV needles, auxiliary equipment, aspirators, and intravenous needles inserted into the arteries of Roberta Barela. And also the IV bags, and also the checks, Social Security checks, in my name, pretty much in my freaking name, huh? And then I'm over at the University of Gonzaga, rebuilding Gonzaga, and walking in apartment 205. The same officer attacked me from same officer and friends and clientele. This is the Mueller's Friend home, and we're gonna peel off all the graves. All information, and download it. Come to life.